Welcome you all to another video session of English lecture notes. Today's topic of discussion is formal and informal language. Let's get started. How to use formal and informal language? This video will give you the answer. Look at these two sentences. Good morning. How are you? Hey, how's it going? Both of these sentences have the same basic meaning, but the tone and words are different. The first sentence is formal. The second sentence is informal. It seems you and the other person are familiar with each other. There are many levels of formality, however, when you speak or write in English. It is useful to study three levels of formality, that is formal, informal, neutral. Many of us think that formal language is good to use in all situations. We think polite language is always better, but exactly not always. If you use in all situations, it makes distance between you and the person you are talking with. If that is your closed one, it will sound like awkward. When should you use formal language? Use of formal language depends upon context. In the case of job interviews, it depends upon company culture. Some company takes cooperative culture and others are more relaxed, so depending on that our use of language varies. If you don't know, take neutral. Neutral is more safe. Using of informal language in wrong time or context will be rude or disrespectful. Talking with elder person. In business meetings. Before speaking, think about target audience, the best way to communicate my message. Formal English. Informal English. Characteristics of formal language. Formal language is less personal than informal language. Means it is not personal type of communication. It is used when writing for professional or academic. Formal language does not use colloquialisms, contractions, or first-person pronouns such as I or we. These usages are common in informal English, typically used in careful, edited writing. Formal English also occurs in speech, usually when the speaker is saying something that was prepared beforehand. Like official speech, the standard of correctness is higher. Rules of the formal language. First one is do not use contractions. Contractions are very common in spoken English, but it is not usually used in formal writing. Example is not instead of, isn't, will not instead of, won't. Second rule is spell out numbers less than 100. Example 19, 19, 22, 22. Third rule is write in third person point of view. In formal writing, we usually do not use first person or second person unless it is a quote. Avoid using I, you, we, us. Example, you will probably see an elephant on an African safari. Instead write, one may see elephants on an African safari. Fourth rule is avoid using too much passive voice in formal writing. it is better to use an active voice. Example, the bone was eaten by the dog. It is in passive voice. Instead use active voice, the dog ate the bone. We can say that formal language is more indirect. Fifth rule, avoid using slang, idioms, exaggeration, or hyperboles and cliches. Just have a look at some examples of slang: awesome, cool, okay, in a nutshell. Next, some examples of cliches: too much of a good thing, moment of truth, time is money, don't push your luck, beauty is only skin deep. Sixth rule, avoid abbreviations and acronyms. When using acronyms, write the entire name out the first time it appears, followed by the acronym. Example, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA. For abbreviations, write the complete word the first time, then use the abbreviation. Example, influenza, flu, United States of America, USA or USA. Seventh rule, do not start sentences with words like and, so, but, also. Here are some good transition words and phrases to use in formal writing. Nevertheless, additionally, however, in addition, as a result of, although, you can use these words instead of previously mentioned words. Eighth rule, always write in complete sentences. Next rule is write longer, more complex sentences. While comparing with informal sentence, formal sentence is more complex. Characteristics of informal English. It is used when communicating with friends or family, either in writing or in conversation. It is used when writing personal emails, text messages. The tone of informal language is more personal than formal language. Informal language is more casual and spontaneous, typically used in improvised speech, when the speaker is speaking without preparation. Informal language contains useful everyday phrases. Words and phrases are sometimes pronounced in shortened way. Characteristics of neutral English. The neutral language is non-emotional and sticks to facts. It is most appropriate for technical writings. Some writings are written in a neutral register. This means they are not specifically formal or informal. Writing in the neutral language register includes reviews, articles, some letters, some essays, technical writing. Formal language is characterized by the following features: complex sentences, use of reported speech, indirect questions, use of modals such as could and would rather than can and will, full forms, should not, instead of contractions, shouldn't, frequent use of the passive voice, limited use of phrasal verbs, frequent use of long words with Latin or Greek roots. Informal language is characterized by simple, often grammatically incomplete sentences. While comparing with formal language, it is simple. It is not necessary to use grammatically correct, complete sentences. Active voice, emotional language, personal opinions. As personal type of communication, you can see personal opinions, humor, slang, idioms and cliches, phrasal verbs, exclamations. Neutral language is characterized by simpler sentences, active rather than passive voice, factual rather than emotional language, limited use of complex language, limited use of slang. Example, thank you for all the hard work you have done. It is formal sentence. Thank you for the hard work you've done. It is neutral. Thanks for everything you've done. This is informal sentence. Now we can discuss some formal and informal sentences. Formal, how do you do? Informal, what's up? Formal, it is a pleasure to meet you. Informal, nice to meet you. Formal, concerned about you. Informal, worried about you. Formal, have you seen Tom? Informal, seen Tom. Formal, I would like to remind you that. Informal, don't forget. Formal, it is my opinion that. Informal, I think. Formal, it is necessary for me to. Informal, I need. Formal, it is recommended. Informal, we recommend. Formal, please accept our apologies for. Informal, sorry. Formal, she has the ability. Informal, she can. Formal, I look forward to meet you next week. Informal, see you next week. Formal, please let us know your requirements. Informal, what do you need? Informal words. Informal, hungry. Formal, famished. Informal, childish. Formal, immature. Informal, give. Formal, provide. Informal, danger. Formal, peril. Informal words. Informal, put off. Formal, postpone. Informal, help. Formal, assist. Informal, tough. Formal, difficult. Informal, mad. Formal, insane. Informal words. Informal, book. Formal, reserve. Informal, sorry. Formal, apologize. Informal, tell. Formal, inform. Informal, buy. Formal, purchase. So, next time when you are about to have a social interaction in English, think about this question: should I use formal, neutral, or informal language in this situation? Don't forget to check out our website for more topics. Our website www.englishlecturenotes.com. Thank you for watching.